5-star ride.
Hey! Uber?
Yeah, be cool, be nice. I'm Stu. How do you do?
Compton. I'm LAPD. Let's go.
Well, do you have a more specific address?
Compton!
Stop yelling, neighborhoods. That's not how Uber works. Hi, ladies.
What the hell's going on?
You selected the Uber pool option.
Uber what? Ladies, official police business.
Is that even real?
Get out of the car!
Official police business?
Just going to see a friend. Take this.
Oh, I am not touching that.
It's a baby gun. It allows you to fire it while crying.
Is this an Uber?
Get angry!
Stop that! Why are you laughing?
Own it!
This is the least!
You shot me! You got shot in the leg. Good for you, man. You shot your first guy. You're scared me, Stu, and I love it!
How do you know my
I
dad?
got an idea! I'm gonna put this propane tank at them! You shoot it, it'll blow up their car!
You kidnapped me.
This isn't freaking Jaws!
Exactly! Just like Jaws, it's gonna work! Ready?
We killed some people.
Go!
Take a shot, Stu!
Just defeat him!
Stu, take a shot!
I got this.
Hello, operator? We need help. Someone's trying to murder us! Hello, operator? We need help. Someone's trying to murder us!
And the star of Stuber, Kumail Nanjiani, is joining us live from the Subnation stage of the E3 Esports Zone, and a crowd has gathered from his presence alone. My goodness. I'm your host, Alex Machine Richardson, and I have the honor of talking all about this brand new movie, Stuber. Kumail, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for having me. My God. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
I couldn't. Yeah, can we have a little round of applause? Thank you so much.
Thank
Wonderful.
you. We've got a crowd of tens here for us.
Tens of people.
Tens of people are here.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
My heart is palpitating.
No, this is great. Thank you for stopping by.
But I kept throwing just a lot of very genuine questions as soon as I met you, and I realized we should probably do it with microphones in front of our faces.
Yeah.
I mean, watching that trailer, I'm laughing, I'm giggling, and the first thing you said to me is, this is actually a really funny movie.
Yeah, I really, really love this movie. It's great because the action is really, really good. It's as good as like action movie action, and there's a lot of it, a lot of different types of action, but it's also really, really funny. And you know, Dave Bautista is so awesome. He's like truly like, he's amazing in this movie, and you get to see a side of him you haven't seen. So, you know, I've done a lot of things, and not all of them have been great, but this one's great, I promise. I'll give you all your money back if you watch it and don't like it. So just, there's an email list, sign up.
Something I was actually interested in, when I saw you sitting there, like kind of looking all moody, holding a pistol, I'm like, have you done action before to that extent? Or is this the first time you've been sitting there going, start pulling triggers and trying to...
It's the first time. I'd never held a gun until this movie.
You hadn't?
No, and it's a real... I mean, video games have killed many people. But in real life, no, I'd never held a gun. And you know, they give you... It's a real gun, but it's got blanks. But I was like, wow, this is really heavy.
Yeah.
And then really related to like John Marston, you know?
Were you, so firing blanks, the first time I fired gun was very recently. I went to Vegas and did the whole like...
Shooting.
6 different guns and you can shoot at paper. And I tried it, and I was so intimidated by the
Were you
power
good at
of
it?
this. I mean, I'm a video game.
Yeah, so you were good.
No, I think I was good. I come in with a far too cocksure attitude, and then sucked and was very scared by the loud bangs.
Yeah. No, I've never shot an actual
How
bullet.
was it? Did you did Bautista give you tips? Did you have like some sort of like...
So Bautista has a lot of guns.
I
He calls
imagine.
them weapons. He's like, oh yeah, I like weapons. That's what he says. I don't think he has like nunchucks and stuff. I think it's just guns. But he really knew his way around guns, and he knew like, oh, this is a Glock 40. I don't know.
45. Yeah, I think you nailed that.
But you understand the power when you're holding a gun. You're like, oh, I get this now.
Yeah, very, very intimidating. But
Yeah.
I mean, a very, very interesting kind of conversation to have is, so tell me about Stuber. I looked at you and I said, is this actually the first like rideshare movie? Because
I think it is the first rideshare movie. It's
it's a new part of our lives, rideshare.
Yeah, it's a big part of our lives now. And Dave Bautista is a cop who gets LASIK surgery so he can't see. And then the bad drug dealer murderer is in town and nobody believes him because he's cried wolf too many times and he's off the case. So he calls an Uber and he basically kidnaps the Uber driver and forces him to go on this all-night adventure. So that's what this movie is.
And that explains the goggles in the trailer because I didn't understand.
Right.
Okay.
That's exactly right. Yeah, he has to wear
Fantastic.
goggles because of that. So, yeah, and we sort of go on an all-night, all-day adventure in L.A. to catch
So-
the bad guy, who's Iko Uwais. If you've seen The Raid, Iko is the bad guy in this, and he's awesome.
It does sound like you had an awful lot of fun on set for this
It was
one.
it was awesome. And Iko, I mean, you know, just watching Iko and Dave do those fights was really, really,
Oh, God. So
I
you
learned
had
a lot. They're very different fighting styles because
Yeah.
Iko's small and fast and Dave is big, but also fast. So it was interesting.
Yeah. For you personally, I mean, how did you prepare to do a rideshare, to become a rideshare driver? Did you hop into a couple of Ubers and Lyfts and go around have a couple of chats? Did you do anything like that?
I've taken ride shares in my life, and
Yeah.
I thought I don't really, I'm not like a method actor or anything.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Channel the character?
No, I'm like, I'll show up and say the words you write for me.
Respect.
No, so I didn't like actually drive an Uber to get into character or anything.
But on the topic of rideshare, I'm interested to know, I find myself having a lot of fantastic conversations with this random stranger I'm never going to see again in a foreign country that I'm never going to go to again. And I'm like, I cherish those 45 minutes to the hotel.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't want that.
No,
I don't
are
want
you
to
the
talk
headphone
to,
guy?
No.
You're a
You guys
headphone
want to
guy.
talk to no. Oh, that guy does.
No? Yes.
All right, you guys should hang out afterwards.
Yeah.
You said you cherish those
Dude.
45 minutes?
Yeah,
Oh.
because okay.
My favorite sound is silence.
Okay. But do you not,
Someone's cheering silence,
do you
which is
not have
very
to-
ironic.
I feel like I have very valuable conversations with my
Do you
drivers.
really? You learn stuff?
So on the way home from the last event I worked, I talked about the afterlife. It was very intense.
After what?
The afterlife.
The afterlife.
Yeah, he was telling me he believed in reincarnation, and I snickered and.
I don't want my driver to believe in reincarnation. I want the stakes to be high.
Okay.
I want him to think this is his last go-around. I don't want him to think he has extra lives sitting around.
That's actually I
Yeah.
wasn't struck with fear, but upon review,
Yeah.
I probably
No.
should have been.
You should.
Yeah,
It should be
he's
a guy
sitting
who's
there-
like, I believe in nothing. This is the only life I have. I have so much to live for.
'Cause he could've
not
been-
like I'll come back as a buffalo. I'll be fine.
Yeah, buffalo.
I don't know.
I mean, but let's say reincarnation exists. What are you coming back as? It's all about karma and being a cool. I don't know how it works. I didn't really do my research. Cool dude.
I don't want to come back as anything but human. If I come back as any other animal, that's a huge failure for me.
I see
Because
that.
I think this, being human, is the best of all the animals.
Yeah.
Because we really destroy the animals. Also, I love animals, but by and large, they're very stupid. And I like being smart. And they can't use iPads.
And I'm gonna give you the cliche.
What do you want to
cliche
come back
answer.
as?
I would be something capable of flight or deep water swimming. I want to hang out with the anglerfish, look all moody for a bit, die
Don't
shortly
you think
after.
that's going to get old?
Dude, they
at some
die in-
point, aren't you going to be like, oh, I want to see what E3 is up to? I want
They
to play
live
new
for
video games?
5 years. You could just do that and then reincarnate as an elephant and remember
You
loads
don't
of
get to
stuff.
choose. Even elephants. You think elephants come to E3?
You know what? They probably don't, but I reckon they have a real appreciation for mud that I don't have. And I'd
Right.
like to see that side of life.
And I think elephants are just smart enough to know exactly what they're missing. I think elephants know, oh, there's better shit going on, and
Yeah.
we don't have access to it.
You're probably right. And David Attenborough makes me cry about elephants once every year.
No,
so
I do
that's-
love elephants.
Oh my goodness.
I do love animals. I want to say I'm very pro animals. I think
He's
they're.
pro animal, everybody. And
Yeah, I
I've
have
got
a cat.
sidetracked.
I have
We're
a cat.
supposed to talk about this Stuber movie.
Yeah, Stuber.
Whoops.
It's great.
Okay, so moving
It's
away
really
from
great.
elephants and reincarnation, Stuber. So what was the? So you've given me the little synopsis of Stuber. You've told me it's incredibly funny, but let me have a little look at this because I wanted to make sure I get every nail hit. Oh yeah, so I'm actually very interested to know what was it like working with Mr. Bautista. He took it over a lot of people's screens with the Guardians of the Galaxy, of course, previously doing the professional wrestling,
Yeah.
and now he's sitting in a car with you, being an FBI agent, blowing things up.
Yeah, I mean, it was a real, usually we always are competing against each other, auditioning for the same roles. So it was a real gift to finally be able to work with him. No, I mean, truly, it's so, I really genuinely love this guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, even if this movie gets terrible reviews and nobody watches it, it was worth it to meet Batista. And it's just a great bonus that the movie's awesome, but he's really the best guy. He loves his dogs. He eats 6 meals a day.
I imagine
and it's
so.
very hard to hang with that, because when I eat 6 meals a day, it's not going where his meals are going.
I mean, I imagine there was a gym on set just so that both of you could pump iron.
Yeah, exactly.
On
We
demand.
would, because we would bench the same, so
Yeah.
he would spot me, then I would
Switching
spot
out,
him.
switching out of the
Yeah.
bar. Anyway, I'm being told that is all we have time
That's all
for.
the time we have?
That felt like 5
My God, we
minutes.
didn't even talk about video games.
You know, can we do? Let's.
What are you excited about?
Here
Yeah.
or just in general?
Not
'Cause
in general.
talking to you obviously is what I'm most excited about.
No, just video game wise.
I-
You're
I-
excited about becoming a porpoise or something.
Yeah, or like
I want to know video games.
porpoise.
Yeah.
I'm quite impressed by the use of the word porpoise, actually.
I
It took
just
me by
found it.
surprise.
I found it.
Gaming-wise, Cyberpunk looked like that's got the most heads turned.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves showed up and kind of like just said, "You're awesome," which
Yeah.
sold a lot of people on the game, and I
That
think
looks
I am,
great, yeah.
truly. But what people may not know, and we are going to have to cover it quickly, but you do play games.
Oh, yeah.
You know-
I play a lot of video games.
Talented, famous people play games too.
I don't know if I'm those things, but I do play video games.
What's your main vice?
I really like, I mean, all of them, I like shooters, RPGs. I actually missed a game. The game I'm playing right now is a game I didn't play when it first came out. I just started playing Hitman 2. And I know it's an
Oh,
older game.
yeah,
It came out
sure.
like a year ago. It's so good.
The
You-
camouflage, like changing your costume.
Yeah, you could kill people
costume.
all kinds of ways.
Yeah.
I'm still playing Red Dead. I still haven't beaten the new Red Dead. I'm just going through it because I don't get a chance to play often, but when I do, I sort of take my time. I do everything.
A meticulous gamer.
Yeah. And I
Fantastic.
play the NBA 2K games a lot. So those are the ones I'm playing right now.
Fantastic.
basically.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's a fantastic opportunity to meet you. I'm going to
So
shake
very
your hand
nice
one more time.
meeting you. Thank you.
An
Thanks for
honor.
having me. Thanks
one
for
more
coming
round of
back,
applause.
guys. Stuber, July 12th.
Stuber, July 12th. He said it, I said it. Be sure to check it out. It does look fantastic. And actually, if you are interested, because I know you probably are, I want to remind you, Regal LA Live,
There's a screening tonight.
6 p.m., right?
6 or 7?
6 p.m. It's a Stuber
I'll
special
introduce
screening.
it. I'll be wearing the same clothes, so you'll recognize me.
There you go. And you can go ahead and check it out. All you need is an E3 badge. So if you
It's
want to check
free.
this movie out,
If you have an E3 badge, it's free. A month before it comes out, that's how confident we are in this movie.
I love it. It's been an absolute honor. We are going to wrap this one up. We're going to be back with so much more. Thank you for hanging out here at the Subnation stage.
Thank